Well, this is Pitt Street. I've been here before. As far as I know, it was named after a merchant called Pitt, who was a bit of a smuggler. But now it's been improved, repaired, restored in part. And we've got this lovely little gallery here, which we're going to go and speak to the artist soon. Well known in Jersey, Ian Rolls. The Pitt Stream Gallery. The reason it's called a stream is because there used to be a stream. It's probably still there. It runs underneath here, and these bits of lighting represent the stream, which is still running down there. That's the idea. In the cafe, Romeral's there. Look. So that's where you are. If you find yourself in town, you can see Romeral's. I think the shop's open only on Saturdays, I think, to see if you want to meet Ian and see what he's up to. But you see, when they design places like the finance centre, it's not like this, is it? It doesn't have, this is what you need in a little old town. You need little streets like this which have got interest and activity. A little bit of France up there, look, all sitting outside having a cat. Well, that's okay, that's fairly normal, very straightforward. But something like this is what you need. Now the finance centre, it's a finance centre. What could be more boring? This is interesting. And the development they're doing, the Matryoshka up in David Place, one interesting little shop there is David Wood's shop. He repairs, maintains typewriters and sewing machines. What a loss that is. I don't know, maybe he's already gone. If there's anything worth presuming on that site, it's his shop. What a tragedy that is. Anyway, here we are, and I won't show you them because I'm not allowed to take pictures of children. There's a couple of young artists sitting outside learning how to be artists. So there we are. Pop down to the Pitt Stream Gallery Saturday morning and see what he's up to. Right, I'm in Ian Rolls' studio in town in Pitt Street. It's like a little bit of France today in here. They've got people outside painting, you wouldn't believe it. Anyway, he's got a treasure in his hand, which is a Matryoshka doll. I don't know if you can take the hat off one. You can see, people will all know what they are. Show us what they are, if you can get it apart.
Oh, it's stiff. There we go.
Okay, then inside that one there's another one. We're all familiar with these. I find them fascinating. And if you go to Russia or somewhere where they're now produced in abundance, they've got all sorts of funny and clever ones over there. And I've been thinking for years, why don't we do it in Jersey? Now there's no Jersey equivalent, maybe there could be a Jersey equivalent. So I brought one in for Ian and I said, look, for heaven's sake, I've tried a number of artists, do something with this. And he has. And being Ian, of course, he's got local themes in his head. And he's done some superb, a couple of my favourites there, but we'll start at the beginning. Look at them. Look at the colours in that. What you do, just describe what it is, Ian.
Well, I've painted all these landmarks many times in different media.
Right.
This is the first time I painted them on a Russian doll, obviously. It's probably the last. But we've got Corbière Lighthouse here, which I thought was probably most like the shape, right. So that's why it's the outer one.
Right.
Then Montorgueil Castle, which was an extreme challenge to make that fit the shape.
Turn him round, let's have a look at the, because...
But it kind of works in all dimensions.
Because your paintings, very often, they've got that sort of distorted look,
yes.
Fisheye lens look about them, and I thought, when I was walking past your shop the other week, I thought to myself, they just lend themselves to these dolls.
And this is Archirondel Tower.
This is my from a design point of view. This is my favourite of these. The colours are exquisite.
Yeah, I think that's my favourite of the lot, actually.
That's lovely. It's superb.
Mm-hmm. And this is rather, perhaps more difficult to guess, but it's the White House in St. Juan's Bay.
Ah, that is
something
difficult.
I've painted.
It's funny enough, you recognise the lower level. You thought that's familiar. I've seen that, but of course it's the hat, isn't it? The hat's a bit puzzling.
But I think people recognise the configuration of the door and the windows.
Right. Of course, they painted it a different colour once, didn't they?
They did. That wasn't popular.
It wasn't, was it?
And this is the good old Jersey cow.
Fun enough, then, as I pointed it at me then, I suddenly saw exactly what it was. I hadn't quite realised what it was before.
You were looking for a building, were you?
I was trying to think what buildings. The Jersey cow. And then...
And this, of course, is a Jersey bean.
Jersey
bean. And this, right in the middle, is a piece of the Rock of Jersey, granite.
The genuine stuff.
So that's the heart of the whole thing.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. And I suppose they take just as much time to do the small ones because they're more intricate, are they, or not?
Well, no, this actually was the first one that I did.
Oh, was it?
I think probably that took the longest. There was the most detail on that one.
What I wanted was different artists, you're the first to do one, with their totally bizarre, original, different ideas. A bit like the Gorilla Project, but not gorillas. Do what you damn well like.
Yeah.
And I hope others will follow. I hope they will. Maybe you will. So. Maybe you've got other ideas. There's that one sitting there. I hope you'll do another one of something totally different.
It'll probably sit on my desk for 6 months, like that one did, and then I'll suddenly have an idea. But it will be totally different.
Right. No, I hope so. I hope you got some enjoyment out of doing it.
I did.
It's a different.
Thanks for the challenge.
It's another dimension, isn't it? And lo and behold, somebody's just been to Romania and they brought me back one little one to do for myself. So I shall be attempting yet again to do another one. I have painted some, but mine aren't very successful.
You could have started a craze.
Well, why not? Maybe there's a variation which could be a Jersey variation. I don't know. The Royal Jersey Doll, maybe something like that. Well, thank you for doing that. I'm very delighted to see it.
Thank you.
I feel sure they'll be queuing at your door for them. Thanks a lot.
Certainly get a lot of interest. I think.